Time is not a reason for inaction. Hi, this is the McStraw Method, and I'm Dom McStraw, and I'm here today to talk to you about the daily 2%. So first of all, congratulations on taking the first step and applying for the daily 2%. So in this webinar, you're going to learn how you can actually get back time in your week and actually help you achieve your fitness and, more importantly, your performance by applying the principles that we teach and we coach in the daily 2%. So you are female, you're in the 25 to 35 bracket, you are career driven, you may be studying part-time, you may be working your ass off full-time, you may be chasing that corporate ladder, and you're here today because of one key thing. You're also going to learn during this webinar that you need to stop looking for the solution. You're not going to find it in a pill, in any potion or any magic lotion. That stuff, that is a waste of time. But by mastering the 2% rule that we'll take you through today, you can actually build a longer, more sustainable result in both your fitness, your health, and more importantly, it'll improve your overall daily performance. You'll be able to boss it at work, boss it at home, and at play. So is this worth your time? You're sitting there going, I've got some male on this webinar talking to me, 25 to 30-year-old female. Should I even bother? Well, that's the first choice that I'm going to get you to make today. The first of many. You see, what's the value that you place on 30 minutes of your time now? So like these pictures, you can go grab the remote, you can Netflix, you can scroll through, you can watch your favorite reality program and just burn through the next 30 minutes quite easily. In actual fact, probably 60 to 90 minutes. You can ignore this. You can just hang up now. You can do what this chick is doing. You can stick your head in the sand and try and look for a solution. Or like most of us do nowadays, because we've got that smartphone attached to the end of our hand, you can open your favorite social, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Snapchat, TikTok, or whatever, and you can easily spend the next 30 minutes mind-numbingly thumbing yourself through, seeing what's going on, looking at a cat video, looking at someone's booty workout, or you can make the choice. We're going to talk to you a little bit about this today, about the red pill and the blue pill. But first, let's just jump into some results. Now, I am not going to give you the solution. Just go and do this and you'll be right. And I'm also not going to show you a cast of 300 photos of my clients of befores and afters and look how great they are, which therefore says, look how great I am. Not going to do that. We're going to hone in on one result that you can get by applying yourself. So this is Sophia. Sophia is that 20-something. On the left, that's her at the start of her journey. Along the way, yep, swinging some kettlebells, and that's her at the end of her journey. This journey is not the 7-day shred. This is not the $14 for 14 days or the 28-day blast, ab pack, summer ready, six-pack, look sexy. It's none of that shit. Excuse me, I will swear. This is her journey. As we said, no pills, no potions, no magic potions. A real person and a real result. So why am I showing you Sophia? Well, Sophia, at the time that she started with us, was a full-time university student and was also working part-time as a nurse. She was at university to become her registered nurse to get her nursing degree. So she was burning the candle at both ends. Now, she wasn't a big girl. She wasn't hugely overweight. She is not obese, but she was struggling with energy. She was struggling with motivation, trying to balance the books, the study, taking the knowledge in, and going up, showing up, turning up, doing the daily work, going to work, coming home, balancing when's the boyfriend going to see me? When am I going to see him? When am I going to cook? How am I going to manage all this crap? And shit, I'm only in my 20s. Her story is reflective of what a lot of you go through. It's not always about, hey, come and look at me. Hey, get a booty. Hey, here's my six pack. Or here's my gym selfie and my G-string and floating it on social media to get your likes. That is a mild percentage of what everyone else is doing. So as you can see, Sophia went on the program and she was on it for what we call a few cycles. A cycle is a period of time. As she cycled through it, the program did get harder. But as she says here, with every session, she pushed herself a bit harder. It became easier. We have weights. She lifted a little bit heavier and she had an unexpected expense, and that was new clothes. Clothes that for her previously were too tight. Her term, she said they were falling off of her. Now, fundamentally, you look at this before and after, she's not significantly different. She's not the biggest loser person to the skinny person. She did lose a fair bit of weight, but more importantly, she lost body fat. By losing that body fat, by developing the winner mindset, I can do, I will do, by turning up, by being committed, by being held accountable, she went on, she completed her degree, she completed the 4 years at university, she completed the chef work. Now she's full-time specializing in an area of nursing that she wanted. Thank you, Sophia. You know, but there are other results. Sophia might not be you. She might not be who you are. But we have a lot of other people on the program. Catherine and Emily, right? They are mums. They are of the older end. They're mums of 2 and 3-year-old kids. Some of them have got kids that are now, towards the end of the program, older, moving into high school. They too are doing it. They too found it hard. They too struggled with finding time. There's Sophia's comment there when she first started around 15 weeks into the program about how she felt, what was happening. You look at Pip. Pip's a mum of 2. Same thing. She'd never had the PT session. In this case, we're doing a lot of the program face-to-face, but then they've transitioned into an online model as well. Rina, Natalie, and Lizzie are all current clients. They're also too seeing a difference and what it helps them. It's not always about the look at me. Yes, I know we all want to look good. The whole, look good naked nonsense. But sometimes it's about being able to perform, being fit enough that I've got the ability to perform, being mentally strong enough to do that. So, as I said to you, first one was a choice. You're either going to stay or you're going to go. Over the next 30 minutes, we're going to start going through the steps that we take on our pathway to achieve that performance, to get the most out of you, to be able to help you perform. And you know what? To stop using that excuse that you don't have time, because you do have time. It's how best you use that to get the best results. Right, so let's just jump into this here. So who the hell is this guy telling me, a girl, what the hell I should do and why the hell should I listen to him? I get it. I get it for several reasons. One, whilst I am a guy, yes, I was in that situation. I made excuses for not having time. I chased the corporate career. I had kids along the way. I juggled that, the stay-at-home dad, the work-from-home dad, and all of that. And my story is very similar. I'm also doing this because, like you guys, one of my children that you'll see here now, she's of the same age. I want the opportunity for her to be able to go there and boss it, to chase the career, to get everything that she wants, to be fit, to be healthy, to be mentally strong, to be able to do all the shit that typically is given to the other sex. Because why? Because you bloody well deserve it. So yeah, here's me. There's my story. That guy on the left-hand side, that is me in my 30s. And that is my daughter, who is now entering into adulthood. I am 5'7" and a bit. That's 172 centimeters. So this whole BMI stuff that you hear about, right? In that case, I'm morbidly obese. I should be 80 odd kilos. That's me at 115. I've got severe rosacea on my face, and quite frankly, I'm struggling. Did I get it? I sort of did. The next pick, that's my son. That's 4 years later. He now is in his teens. I sort of got it, but I really wasn't listening. I was chasing the shiny objects. The middle pick's me in my 40s. This has taken 6 months before, let's call it my epiphany. I've always been a solid build, but yet I didn't get it. I bullshitted to myself, to my family, to my kids, to my peers, to my brothers, to my parents, that I had it all going on. And then I had a stroke. I had a stroke from not listening. I had the stroke because I didn't take the goddamn time to stop bullshitting myself and making the excuse that I didn't have time. I should have found the time. I should have got fitter. I should have started understanding what the hell food is. And it only took that. Yeah, it took a major scare. And in my case, I was lucky because those next two photos, that's me at 46 and 47. Down to the 80 kilo mark, still a solid build, back into the MMA ring at 47. I only wish I had had this opportunity sooner. I only wish that someone came along, helped me with the accountability, helped coach me through this, and showed me that there was a better way. So the vision for our program is pretty simple, and that picture's very apt. It's about time. We are building a community of like-minded girls, 25 to 35, where time is no longer an excuse for not taking action. It's where you take the time and with the right purpose, the right intent, a good level of accountability and commitment to yourself, that you can improve on your performance with daily 2% deposits of excellence. What is the 2%? 2% is 30 minutes of your day. That is it. 30 minutes of your day. Make a choice. Scroll the socials, do something else. So you're skeptical. I get that. So let's break this down. There are facts and there are myths. The reality is you need to understand the facts. You need to accept where you are today what you've done to get here, the crap, the baggage, everything that you've got that puts you firmly in this position that you are in today. Don't ignore it. Don't sweep it under the carpet. You need to understand the facts. You need to stop falling for all the BS, the shiny objects, the myths. This ain't Narnia. So here you go. Let me paint you a simple picture. You don't have time. You don't have enough time. You wish you had more time. But either way, time is your excuse. As a result of that, you've tried everything. You've tried the shortcuts. You've tried the pills, the fat blaster. You've tried the download the app. It's so-and-so's app. It's a booty workout in 20 minutes a day, but that ain't happening. You've gone down the, well, maybe I'll fast during the day because that's what everyone seems to be doing. And you fast, and that's great, but you have a shit day at work. And then you get home, and what is supposed to be a meal becomes a binge. You don't just do that once. That's now a repeating cycle, day in, day out. You may be spending 7.5 hours a week in the gym. Where does that come from? Well, that's the 1.5 hours a day that you're doing 5 days a week, because you're not going to go on the weekend because you're too bloody tired. You don't have time. But you're going and you're spending time. You got the 45-minute to 60-minute class. You then got to get yourself changed there and beforehand and afterwards, because you know what? You've not thought about doing this workout at home, but you've gone to the gym because you've got a gym membership and you've got to use it. But that's 7.5 hours. Guys, that's a whole day at work. You've tried the Insta programs, the Instant Fit model, the booty workout, the band workout, the just do this, the just do that, the X amount of sets and reps. You've tried all those programs. You've downloaded the ebooks, and none of them have worked. And you're always tired. You go to bed tired, you wake up tired. During the day, the afternoon, you got the coffee hit, you got the sugar hit. You're always tired. You can't move. You're stuck behind the desk. All right? You're struggling. You're always in pain. It might be lower back, it might be shoulder, it might be neck pain. And simply because we're not engaging, we're not using those muscles. You're still telling yourself you don't have time because this stuff can't fit your schedule. I'm too busy juggling this, I'm too busy juggling that. Maybe you've just given up. You've just gone, oh, screw this. It's never going to work for me. You've just given up. And you know what? You've given up, and what's happened? You may have put on extra weight. And it might not just be the number on the scale. You may not have changed at all in terms of your weight on the scale, but your clothes are tighter. They don't fit more. You're struggling to sleep. Perhaps you're even snoring in your sleep and you've never done that before. That's not just a guy thing. But all of these things here, they're all stories. They're all stories that we make up to tell ourselves, I've got an excuse, but I don't want it to be seen an excuse, but therefore I can't do this because of this. All these things, they're stories. As we said before, your sleep is shit. You're not getting good quality sleep. All right? You're perhaps quite pissed. I'm putting in this effort, but I'm not getting any results. So I've tried that person's workout. It's not working for me. They've told me, oh, screw cardio. Cardio takes away my gains and I want an aesthetic look, and it's still not working for me. But are you eating 4,000 calories a day? Or no, because you can't, because you were told not to do that. You were told to eat 1,000 calories a day. So this stuff's confusing. Oh, but you're different. You're different than everyone else. You're unique. You've got this. Again, that's another story. If everyone was that unique, and we are, in terms of our attributes, our characteristics, our personalities, but if everything was so unique, there wouldn't be the gym. There wouldn't be working out. There wouldn't be programs that have worked for thousands of other people, but certainly it just doesn't work for you. You're not that alone. You're not an alien. And the biggest thing is relationships. No time means this. It cascades into that. It goes down this path. You're grumpy, you're angry, you're becoming a bitch. It's not harsh words, I get that. But you are. Your relationship with your partner starts to suffer. Your relationship with your peers, they don't want to work with you. I can't stand her. She is X. Your parents, grumpy, never enough time. When do you come and see mum and dad? And then it all goes downhill to there when it starts to affect the people that you care about the most, the close partner, the friends that you've grown up with. We never see you. You're always working. And when we do see you, you're just tired. You don't have time, hey? So let's start to look at this. What are we here to talk about? There's a path. There's a path that we follow in the Daily 2% program that will help you along the way to achieving those results. We're going to go through over the next couple of minutes, step by step, what each one of these is about. Okay, so we're going to take these steps. We're going to help you get back some time. Yes, we're going to get back some time. That 7.5 hours in the gym is not necessary when we break it down properly and we apply it properly, following these principles that we coach in the Daily 2%. Step number 1, mindset matters. I know you hear it. It's mindset training. It's this, I'm not going to teach you to become, a rocket science major, not at all. But mindset matters. Having your head in the right space. It all matters. And it's important because of this. It's a bit like delving into the matrix. There are problems when we don't have the right mindset. We are too busy focusing on finding a solution. Gimme, 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 instant fix, or what I call chasing shiny objects. There is no magic pills. There is no potions and magic lotions, skinnies, teas, all the hacks, just the facts. There's too much pursuit of trying to get an instant outcome. This worked, blah. I'm going to wrap myself in cellophane, blah. This didn't work. The detox didn't work. I'm going to drop 2 kilos. That's cool. Good, good. Cut your arm off. You'll drop 2 kilos. But you're not addressing the facts. Hence, your mindset matters. Understand the facts. Understand your starting point. So a bit like these guys on the chessboard, it's a mess. There are all these things buzzing around in your head. It's confused. What works? What doesn't? Why this doesn't work for me? I'm scrolling through and I'm seeing all these girls on social media and it's working for them, but it's not working for me. Hey, it's probably not working for the fitness model. Or it probably is working for the fitness model, because you know what? That's her job. She's doing it day in, day out, multiple hours a day. Whereas you're busting 40 hours, 50 hours, 60 hours a week at work, and your time is limited. So therefore, your outcomes are going to be different. There are days when it's just too hard. Stuff it, I'm not going to do it. The effort's too hard. But 2%, 30 minutes, that's not too hard. Or as we said before, you think that you're different and it won't work. But I can tell you now, it will work. It will work. From 25 to 35 and even the 45 to 55 categories with the mums that we coach, this stuff works. Break it down piece by piece, little daily deposits. So as we said, there's a possibility. Imagine just sitting there. I've got a clear head. I've got a path that I'm going to follow and I'm going to bloody well stick to it. I know how I'm going to do it. I know when I'm going to do it. I know when I'm going to do it and what works in with my schedule, and I'll get it done. There's no longer an excuse that I don't have time. I'm going to do it because I'm going to achieve my optimum performance. Your performance, the person next to you, the person behind you, to the side of you, is all different. But you have the possibility that you can achieve this. So mindset, let's just recap. 3 points here. Accept the facts. Time is not your undoing. If you can clear your head, you can actually get into the can-do mode. But we need to do that. And it steps into step number 2. Getting the right mindset will help us step into step number 2 along our journey down this path to getting these results. So step 2, nice picture there of the word fear. Fear is important. Fear is part of life. Fear is something that we need to accept. And more importantly, we need to understand this term. We need to learn to fail forward. See, the problem with failure, or the term failure, is that we don't like it. We're all told that failing is a bad thing. We don't embrace being unsuccessful. In this country, we talk about tall poppy syndrome, which stops people from having a go. More importantly, if we do fail, we don't want people to know about it, and we sweep that experience under the carpet. We don't talk about it. It's a big problem. It's a problem that escalates, and it manifests itself when we keep saying we don't have time. I don't have time, I won't do that, therefore I won't fail. That's cool, no worries, move on. BS. You see, it is stuff like this that causes the biggest part of our problems. We don't talk about failure. We don't tend to take failure as an opportunity to grow. You are too concerned about what other people think. Who gives a shit? Why are you looking for their okay of you when they are not you? But you probably never had a coach in your corner who, like me, has been deep in that hole, tried to get out a few times, knows what it's like, what the struggle is like. But there's a positive. So yeah, I'm not saying this is a crystal ball, but within the program, we're building a community of people just like you. They're all committed to failing forward. The structure of the program, how we roll it out, how we deploy it, helps embrace that. And also too, there's a phrase that we use: the obstacle is the path. The shit's put in front of you to stop you. It creates a pathway for you. You can move it forward, you can move it to the side, but you never turn around and run away from the obstacle. 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Yeah, that phrase, it's still 1 step forward. So we talked about failing forward. The value of failing forward, it's part of growing. It's part of getting stronger mentally and physically. We do it by depositing little tiny daily efforts, day by day, little by little. It's like putting the penny in the jar. Suddenly the jar is full, now we got dollars. And it also helps, reframe why we are doing this. Why am I chasing a performance path? What's my goal? I can keep getting there. I can use the experiences. I can move forward. Step 3 on our pathway. Yep, there it is, the big one, commitment. Everything that we do in life is a choice. Everything that you do requires an action to move forward, an action to not go forward, to step to the side, to go backwards. But more importantly, Every single one of those choices and actions requires a commitment. Your level of commitment to doing it, but also your level of commitment to not do it. As we said before about problems, pills, potions, magic lotions, quick fixes, instant gratification. The problem is this: in our head, we don't see results if we don't commit to doing something through. We try it for 2 weeks, it doesn't work, I'm not getting an answer, I stop. The focus too much is on the instant stuff, as we said before. It's not about the long-term sustainable. I'll get there step by step. I level up, I move forward, I level up, I move forward. Your career is the same. If you went to university, you didn't come out of university with a 4-year degree and suddenly you're the freaking CEO. It's a progression. It's a step forward. When you hit your 30s and your 40s, you look back and you go, shit, okay, I had a career path. I had a trajectory. I worked at it. Your fitness, your health, your lifestyle is all the same. Your performance that helps you achieve that is the same. And you've also got to be stopped by being influenced by people who, quite frankly, they've got really no idea of your situation. They've not been there before. They're not you. They'd all love to give you their 2 cents worth, as do I. But the intent is different. The commitment is different. You see, there's a possibility. It's like hitting the target. We fail forward. We move forward. We become committed. This all builds up. This is along the path. We keep going further and further and further down that track. We build the new habits. They become daily rituals. We suddenly start doing them without thinking about doing them. You start hitting the target every single time. Next thing you know, you're in the zone. You're hitting the bullseye, like that dart in the dartboard. It's hit the bullseye. I've hit my goal. Now, what's my next goal? It's commitment. In our program, we also help you with several different ways to go about doing that. And step 4 is definitely this. I need to strengthen and condition your body. You need to be strong of mind, strong of heart, physically strong for you to achieve your performance. You look at CrossFit as a classic example. They do not care about aesthetics and what they look like. They train for performance. Most of our top athletes that we celebrate with Olympics, World Championships, it is all about them striving for performance. The side benefits of they look great, they sleep well, they fuel, they're not sick, all of that, that's fundamentals. They are byproducts, which is the reasons why we run our program like this with performance outcome. You see, the problem that we have is you see pictures like this, scrolling through social media, pictures of six-packs. All right, that's nice to have a six-pack. Where the hell will that get you in your job? If you're a fashion cover model, I get it. If you're a fitness model, I get it. But quite frankly, what is the benefit of a physique looking like that? Do you want that? Do you want to achieve that? That's great. Do you understand the sacrifices that takes? Do you understand the duress that puts relationships in? If that's you, that's one path. It's not our path. You see, the problem with this type of activity and with that sort of message is they tell you it's so prescriptive. You must do X reps of Y sets and Z rounds. You don't do cardio to build muscle. Well, that's great for heart health, isn't it? You need to go and join the functional studio who they do 27 stations and they completely flog you to death. And that's what a workout should be. Or you just do high intensity interval training. That's how it is. Bullshit. Strengthening and conditioning your body comes in many forms. It comes from many sports of the world, from MMA, from weightlifting, from powerlifting, from physique stuff, from bodyweight training, calisthenics, gymnastics, swimmers, ice hockey players, marathon runners, sprinters. They are all performance driven, and we pull them into our problem. You see, the possibility with that then is that you start to look at more effective use of your time. In our path, our workouts are 30 minutes, not a minute longer. As a result of that, they get you into the zone, and we start moving your body through their various different energy cycles and systems, and it increases the afterburn. In other words, it's the ability for your metabolism to keep burning afterwards. It'll help you improve the way that you move. Yes, there is stuff like we do here with our body weight training when we're on the floor. It may not be for you, but there's always options. But the emphasis is on performance. The emphasis is on your output, on moving better. Kick that along. The byproducts are we will feel better. We'll have great endorphins flushing through our body. We will start to lose some weight. We'll start to trim some body fat. We'll start to look better. Our clothes will fit better. Our mind will be clearer. And we do this with the daily 2%. 2%, 30 minutes in your day. So like this guy, he's a happy fella. 30 minutes a day, every damn day, that's 2%. Guys, work that out. 30 minutes a day, it's 3.5 hours in the week. You were spending 7.5 hours before, and we're able to maintain those little parcels every day, 30 minutes a day. Not too hard. Put the phone down, go out. That's 30 minutes. But the emphasis is on performance. The emphasis is on getting you to go through your different energy systems so that your body performs at its maximum. The daily deposits, they lead into one of our final steps of our pathway. And that is understanding that you need the right fuel to help drive you the higher performance that you want. So in step 5, yep, that's a speedo. Food is fuel. Fundamental to the daily 2% is our food. You see, the problem that we have with food is this. It's like this guy here. He's measuring his sandwich there with a slide rule, right? You're told that in order to lose weight, to look better, to look this, you need to cut out carbs. You can't eat carbs. Or you need to cut calories. You need to go down to 1,000 calories a day. Hey, do you know most of those bikini models, most of them are eating 4.5 to 5,000 calories a day? So how do they do it? You see, that's the myth versus the fact. You've got to be in a calorific deficit to get lean. The only way you can get lean is to be in a calorific deficit. Well, there's elements of that that are true, yes. But it's not the only way you do it to get lean. Build more muscle. Muscle burns in metabolism. It requires more energy. It requires more fuel. You'll be more efficient. You'll be burning it better. You will get lean. And worse, you've heard this other stuff. Oh, you've got to stop eating foods that you like. You enjoy a burger? You enjoy a KFC, a bit of pizza? You can't have them anymore. You've been told that, right? You can't do this. You can't eat bread. You've got to go on the soup-only diet. Keto works. It's high fat. It's low fat. It's no fat. Paleo, the Atkins diet, or the skinny tea detox, or the 60-hour water fast. But you know what? Every diet, they actually all do work, but they only work for a period of time, and it becomes about them being sustainable. So the problem is about sustainability around my food. See, there's the possibility that we talk to you about is understanding the value of the food that you eat, learning what I put in my mouth, what is it doing? Yes, we talk about calories. We talk about macro content. We want you to understand what you're putting in and what your body needs. You can still enjoy your faves in moderation. Again, all of our clients still have their burgers. We don't talk about cheat days, cheat meals. If you want to have it, have it. But don't have it every freaking night of the week and undo all the good work that you've been doing. Don't let the food control you. You know those adverts, you go to the cupboard and the M&Ms are saying, here I am, here I am, here I am. It's about pulling this all together. So the mindset stuff that we talked about forward, the failing forward, you want it, eat it, but just understand the consequence to it. If I'm getting my workout as part of my pathway and I'm fueling properly, then I'm doing the right thing. You see, food is one of the things that we should do in this life, and we should enjoy it, because all diets do work. But if you want to be that person that's scripting and saving and looking at your phone every single time you do it, if that's you, that's not a healthy headspace to be in. But understanding it initially and what it does mean, that's a valuable asset. You have to treat your food as fuel, and you have to think of you as you're the high performance vehicle. What's your level of performance? If you need to be sharp of mindset, then you can't eat heavy, greasy, fatty foods. You need to eat foods that are great, that your body can use, that your energy system can draw on in the morning, can make you alert. You got to try and eat the right foods that you don't keep requiring the sugar hit. And sugar, it's not bad for you. How you use it in your system is important. And more importantly, understand the why. Understand the how. So why am I eating this food? Okay, what does this food comprise of? How does it affect my body when I consume it? What is the outcome that I'm looking to get? So the daily 2%, it's a bit like pulling all the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle together. That's what the program is. That's what the pathway is all about. It's about helping you show that by applying these principles, we can actually get back time into your week. 2% deposits every damn day in your training. 2% deposits in learning about your food and how it affects you. 2% deposits in getting yourself into the right mindset and understanding that, hey, you might get an obstacle. We can push past this. It's all about going towards achieving you and your performance. So, strength and condition, foods, fuel, failing forward. That's the pathway that we have. That's the opportunity that we have for you. So again, so how is any of this stuff different? Well, it's different because we don't just talk training. This is not the gym selling you, come and train with us and just train with us, that's it. And you walk out the door and suddenly you're eating burgers every night of the week. It's a complete solution. It's a path for you to navigate with you. It's a coach who's going to help guide you along that path. If you need accountability, they are there for you. They will hold you accountable. Did you do the workout? How is your food going? What's happening there? Are you spending time away from the phone? Again, we all heard, the internet brings us together, but it pulls us apart. We use this other phrase, mentalize, mobilize, metabolize. Mentally, get yourself into the right space that you can do this. Mobilize, move more, work out, do your training, get your daily steps in, whatever that is, but moving, mobilizing your body, feel good. Metabolize, understanding that what goes in has got to be processed and it will come out again. But all of that is underpinned by the right level of support, the right level of accountability, you holding yourself and the group holding you accountable and the coach holding you accountable and building you the right community. Being part of people, a group of people who, like you, are all going down the same path with the same experiences. So what's next? So for those who don't know, this is the picture from the Matrix. Neo was given you a choice. He was given a choice of the red pill and the blue pill. One of the pills, you take it, you wake up, you go back to your reality. You ignore all the stuff that we've just spent the past 30 odd minutes on, go back to doing the same shit day in, day out, and failing, going back again, looking for solutions, yada, 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 up to you. Take the pill. Or you take the other pill. And as Neo was told, I will bring you into Wonderland. We will show you the possibilities. We will show you the outcomes. We will show you the paths. And we will keep you accountable. And you will move forward. Not instantly, but you will move forward. So what is next for you? Well, take the red or the blue pills, up to you, but I want you to start thinking about things differently. There is not just one way. There is a way, there is a pathway, and within that, there is an opportunity. If you're interested, what I'd like you to do is you can go and book a call. In this call, we'll simply go through with you an assessment of where you are today. We'll talk about whether or not we can help you and how we can help you today. And if you're ready for what is in our pathway and in our program for the daily 2%. Okay? And that involves what we call a little transformation application. So there it is. What's next? What pill are you going to take? The red pill or the blue pill? Choose.